guys! Today I'm going to turn Snow White into Vanellope von Schweetz from Wreck-It Ralph. Please make sure to get an adult's permission before starting this project. First, for her skirt, I used 2-inch wide satin blanket binding. I made small pleats by folding and sewing the fabric in place with needle and thread. Then I used my sewing machine to secure the folds. Next, I ironed the pleats flat. I made the skirt just a little too wide, so I cut off the extra fabric. Once the skirt fit correctly, I used some 1-inch black single fold bias tape to make the waistband. First, I used the needle and thread to make a temporary stitch just to hold it in place. And then I used my sewing machine to make more permanent stitches. Then I used a zigzag stitch on the edges of the skirt. Next, I sewed on more binding tape on the outside back edge and attached Velcro to the back. Now it looks great! And because I use binding tape, I don't have to hem the bottom of the skirt because the edge is already fray-proof. For Vanellope's hoodie, I used a light teal, super soft fleece fabric. I cut out a large piece and folded it in half at the top, then laid the doll on top to use as a guide. After it was cut out, I folded over the edge of each sleeve and sewed a straight line for the hem. Then, with the wrong side out, I sewed along each side. Then I notched the corners under the arms with some scissors so the sleeve could move without bunching. And with the wrong side still out, I turned up the bottom of the hoodie and sewed it in place. Next, I turned it right side out. And laid a piece of fabric on top for Vanellope's pocket. I cut out a trapezoid shape, which can kind of look like a triangle with the top cut off. Then I hemmed the sides and began sewing it by hand onto the hoodie. For the hood, I folded over a piece of fabric and used the doll as a guide to cut out the shape I wanted. I sewed the back halves together, then I hemmed the front of the hood. Originally, I only cut halfway down the back, but now I'm going to cut it all the way. I hemmed each side of the back opening and attached Velcro to secure it in place. To attach the hood, I sewed it onto one side. Then attached pieces of Velcro to the sweater and the hood on the other side. For the drawstring, I used this pretty pink yarn, but I didn't actually attach it. I just dropped it over her shoulders and tied knots in the ends because this is mostly just going to be a display doll for me. Vanellope has pink yarn sewn on her pocket too, so I separated out one strand of yarn and sewed it onto the pocket. I used the same pattern that's on the real Vanellope's pocket. To make Vanellope's tights, I painted her legs a light teal color. Then on one leg, I painted on a white candy cane stripe. And on the other, white and purple stripes. Next, I painted a pink circle on Vanellope's nose and used the same color for her lips. Then I painted her eyebrows black. To make Vanellope's hairstyle, I cut off her tiara and untied her hair. Then I just brushed it out. I separated some long pieces for the front. Then I gave her a ponytail. I used hairspray to help position the hair where I wanted and gave her a haircut. Then, to help secure the pieces in place, I used clear tacky glue. For the candy in Vanellope's hair, I used moldable plastic. First, I made a twisted piece of licorice for her ponytail. Then I made a bunch of small pieces for her hair and painted them bright candy colors. I also painted her shoes black and added a long piece of moldable plastic to the bottoms for licorice. I ended up having to cut the licorice hairpiece at the bottom to be able to attach it to her ponytail. Then I hot glued the rest of the candy pieces in her hair. And that's it! Now we have a custom-made Vanellope von Schweetz toddler doll. That's all for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a great day.